How's it going, everyone? It's Gavin from Balls to You, and I want to address a few things that in my last video I had a little bit of a rant regarding Patreon and the GoFundMe page. My stance on how I feel still stands, if that makes sense. But what I was trying to get across, which I've had one person say they're going to unsubscribe to me, which is fine. I wish you all the best of luck in the future, and that's fine. However, what this is my point. This is how I feel about it. I've got good friends in the hobby who have a GoFundMe page, and they do it correctly, and they do it the right way, or they may have a Patreon page, and again, they do it the right way. Joey from King DIY, he did an awesome GoFundMe page where he actually got his subscribers to help him build a new facility in some bits and pieces, and then once he'd done that, he'd closed it down. Okay, so to me that's like a correct way of doing it. What I get, and what you guys need to understand, is I get emails on a regular basis asking me to help promote their GoFundMe page for reasons such as they can't afford to buy an animal, or the upkeep of that animal, and the GoFundMe page would do that. Now, as a responsible breeder, and please, this is only my opinion, I don't dislike anyone, you know, anymore or what have you, just because you've got a GoFundMe or a Patreon page. This is something I wanted to address because this is just how I feel. It's a bit like supporting a soccer team or a football team or a basketball team, or, you know, a racing team, whatever. You know, it's your preference at the end of the day. And like I said, as long as you're promoting the hobby in a correct way and in a right way, you can do what you like. I mean, at the end of the day, who am I to sort of say you can't do something? And that's not what this is about. This is literally me saying and addressing the questions and the constant emails I get by people saying, why don't you do a Patreon page? Or why don't you do the GoFundMe page? You know, give up my job and do this full time. The only way I will give up this my job and do this full time was if I was to do the snakes full time, and what that means is I would try my utmost best not to use a GoFundMe page, because I feel I've worked hard for all my life. In some situations I've had 2 jobs, sometimes 3 lots of income, just to try and afford to do things. And I'm a big believer in, you know, sort of, there's plenty of work out there, there's plenty of jobs. You can go and drive an Uber, there's all sorts of stuff. You can be a pizza delivery guy, you can work at McDonald's. There's loads of ways you can generate money. You've just got to want to get out there and do it. And that's how I feel about it. At the end of the day, if I want something bad enough, I will work at it, and I will do my whatever it takes to get there. With that being said, and again, there is nothing wrong with the Patreon page and this, that and the other. The way I feel is that over the years you've built up a channel, and again, my channel isn't about getting 1 million subscribers. I'm not gonna lie, I would love 1 million subscribers, but that's not what this channel is about. If you enjoy my channel, then yes, please subscribe, and yes, hit that notification bell, and yes, hit that like button. But I'm not building this channel to try and see how fast I can get to 1 million subscribers. That's not what it's about. What I specialise in, which is ball pythons, is a very it's a section of the reptile community. Now, if you look at all the other types of reptile species in the community, there is hundreds of species, loads of things. I could try and cram all into the one channel to try and get multiple people. You know, I keep dart frogs, I've got Pac-Man frogs, tortoise, dogs, cats. You know, there's loads of things I could do on this channel to create more subscribers. That's not what the whole Balls to You is about. The Balls to You is literally, you know, I specialise in ball pythons. I want to help people in this hobby progress forward. With that being said, some people may want the GoFundMe page to go and afford that particular gene, you know, that one gene that they really want. It may be a top end morph, and it may be a couple of £1,000 or a couple of $1,000. It's a lot of money, but I guarantee you this: there is more satisfaction in working your off and going and buying that gene off your own bat, or producing that animal that you may want. You know, I've started off with hets, well, possets actually, and then I had to keep animals back and breed them back to each other, keep the keep the ones that prove out, etc., etc. Even today, I'm still making hets because I'm a big believer is if you can't afford it, you can't find it, you got to make it. Okay, and that's the long and short of it. If you can't somehow get that animal, then you've got to make it. So I do a bit of reverse engineering and I try and find what I need to make that particular morph or combo or het. Okay, there's plenty of genes I'd love to get into, like the puzzle gene and some other bits and pieces. It's just affording it. It's simple. Okay, I'm building my collection. I've been building it steady. I'm making what I like. I'm producing what I like, and I'm continuing to work with what I like. You know, everything that I'm working with gets me excited, but I'm not about to start off in the hobby or advise people who are going to start off in the hobby to go out there and get a GoFundMe page or a Patreon page, simply because, you know, you've got to start with basics. You know, you've got to start at the bottom, if you like. It's not a race. One thing this hobby does teach you is patience, and over the years, and I say over the years, the spider gene has only been out 20 years. You know, it's not a massive, you know, 100 years we've been doing this. You know, it's very minute, really. So long story short is I have no issues with people having the GoFundMe page or the Patreon page. Okay, I just literally, how I feel about it is I'd rather not segregate my subscribers and put an exclusive club there and go, right, if you're in this club, you're in the club, you get the little know-how, and I'll give you exclusive, you know, release, first refusal on the release animals, and then you've got other people who have been supporting you from the start who can't afford to do the Patreon thing. Maybe money is that tight that they can't afford $3 or £3 a month. I don't know. We've all got different situations, but to me, I'd rather say you're all in my gang, if that makes sense. If you subscribe to my channel, then you're all in my gang. You know, if people want to come over and watch my videos, that's fine, and they don't want to subscribe, that's fine. I guarantee you I'll get emails from people just saying how much I've helped them, or that information was vital and it's made a massive difference, and that's what I do it for. Okay, there is one thing, like I said, if you want to unsubscribe from my channel, that's fine. I wish you all the best. I don't do this channel for subscribers. I could have quite easily gone and stole videos from the internet and made a collaboration and got 1 million views on a video. That's not hard work. To me, hard work is putting yourself out there and being honest. And if people don't like my honesty, if people feel that, you know, I'm being a negative person or it's having a negative effect, one person, maybe two, then that's fine. Like I said, guys, you know, that's up to you, and please, I wish you all the best of luck moving forward. So I hope this part 2 of the rant sort of explains things where I'm coming from. I've got a lot of friends in the hobby who have Patreon pages, but they do it correctly, they do it the right way, they do it for the right reasons, and then they will do other things outside of that. So moving forward, like I said, it's nothing personal. Please don't take it personal. It's just how I feel. Okay, it's like I said, it's a bit like supporting a team. Just because I support one team and you support the other doesn't mean we're not going to get on, and doesn't mean we're bad people. Doesn't mean I'm bashing anyone either. But please, for those who do have Patreon pages or the GoFundMe pages, just have a think about, are you doing it for the right reasons? Okay, your subscribers have been there from the start. Is it right that you segregate them? and say, well, this is part of an elite team and this isn't. It's up to you. Okay, so I wish you all the best. There is some more videos coming, as you're obviously aware, and I love you all, and your support is amazing. Again, please, if you want to subscribe. If you don't, please unsubscribe. Hit that notification bell. Sometimes you've got to press it a few times for it to work. I've had a few people emailing me saying that they've had no notifications. Hopefully this will work. But again, take care, love you all, respect you all, and I'll speak to you guys soon.